Hey guys, welcome back to Living Lightly. If you've been joining us over on our Facebook page, we've been doing a prayer reset devotional, and today we're on day 11. Our theme is love. So just a reminder, yesterday we talked about journaling, so I want to encourage you to jot down everything that God shows you in your prayer time and place it in a journal, review it periodically, and when we retain what God gives, He gives us more. Remember that football analogy that we talked about. So, talking about love today. Prayer is all about love. Reduce prayer to its fundamental essence and you're left with love. A prayer reset is a return to our first love. That is referencing Revelation 2:4. Scripture describes Jesus as our heavenly bridegroom and us as his bride in Psalm 45. The relationship is a romantic adventure. We're in it for love. The unique quality that distinguishes romantic love from other kinds of love is the element of desire. In romance, there's strong desire to be together. We just can't seem to get enough of each other. Prayer is where love is nurtured and grown. We're always searching for ways to give more of our hearts. Just as fire is never satisfied, that's a reference to Proverbs 30:16, the fiery passions of divine love are always looking for greater abandonment. Jesus says he loves us as the Father loves him, that's reference to John 15. Then he said that we are to love one another with that very same love. Think of it. We are to love one another in the same way that the Father loves the Son. That's intense love. We thought it was enough to just love our neighbor as ourselves, reference to Matthew 19:19. But Jesus raised the bar. He said we're to love our neighbor in the same way that the Father loves the Son. How can we love like that? Only by coming to him in prayer and receiving his power to love. So I just want to encourage you to remember that prayer increases our desire to love. And if maybe you haven't been feeling that lately, maybe ask God to stir your affections for him. That is something that I constantly pray that has really seemed to help just reignite that desire, that love for God. So I want to encourage you to do the same. With that, we're going to jump into our workout. We're going to be doing a yoga flow today, so grab your mat, hop into something comfy, and let's get started. We're going to start by laying down. So come to a comfortable position, flat on your back. Extending that legs out long, reaching your arms up overhead. We're just going to really reach the fingertips. Ooh, made me yawn. We're going to stretch it out here. Reaching through, lengthening the body. Maybe you roll the wrists, you roll the ankles, point and flex the feet. Great. Let's inhale, reach it, lengthen the body even more. And then exhale, down your mat. We're going to snuggle our shoulder blades under here. And we're just going to tune in. We're here. We are going to try our best to stay focused, to be intentional. I want you to take a few breaths to let go of the to-do list that you have after this. To just become present in this moment. I don't want you to worry about time. I don't want you to worry about anything you have to do after this. I want you to be present in this moment, taking these 30 minutes for you. To reconnect, to stretch and lengthen your body. Let's inhale in. Big breath. Let it go. We're going to hug our knees up to our chest here, keeping our lower back on the mat. You can rock side to side if it feels good for you. Back and forth. Just starting to lengthen the muscles in our back. Easing into this. We're going to extend our left leg out as we hold onto our right knee with a single knee hug. If you want to, you can circle that ankle, maybe point and flex the foot. And then gently, we're going to pull our right knee across the body to the left side. Just coming into the supine twist. If you want to, you can open up through the right wing, coming onto your right ear. Just want you to breathe into this twist. We're going to take it to the other side. Let's hug it back to center. We're going to switch our knees, hugging our left knee into our chest, extending our right leg out long. Maybe you roll the ankle here, point and flex the foot. Inhale in, and then exhale. We're going to gently pull that knee across the body. Maybe you open up the left side, coming onto your left ear here. Breathing deep. Just lengthening the body. Easing into this morning. Let's inhale in and exhale back to center. We're going to hug both knees up one more time. Maybe you lengthen the legs here. Just point and flex the feet. Allow the blood to flow in the opposite direction. Stretching through our calves, and if the legs are not completely straight, that's okay. There's no specific rules in this. Alright, we're going to start to make our way to the top of our mat. If you want to, you can rock and roll, massaging through the back. If you want to, you can just lift up to a seated position. Nice and easy here. Maybe you rock and roll all day. It feels good. We're eventually going to come into a seated position, whatever's comfortable for you here. If you want to sit on a butterfly stretch or crisscross applesauce. I want you to lift up tall. We're going to stack the heart, pelvis, head here. Lifting our shoulders up by our ears and then pressing it down. We're really lengthening the spine here. Breathing deep. That's one thing we want to focus on is our breath. Just constantly deepening our inhale and lengthening our exhale. Let's inhale, reach the arms up overhead, really reaching through the fingertips, finding that length. And then exhale, we're going to bring our left palm to the earth, our mat, reaching through our right fingertips. We're going to pull that thumb back so our chest is open. Growing heavy in that right hip. Try to keep both sit bones on the mat here. Breathing into this. Let's lift up. Reach the arms up overhead. Big inhale. And then exhale, we're going to bring our right palm to our mat. Really reaching our left arm up and over. Pulling that thumb back so that we're opening up our chest, our heart. And growing heavy in your sit bones. So try and keep both hips on the mat. Just feeling that gentle stretch down the side body and our back. Breathing into the stretch. Let's inhale in and exhale back to center. We're going to bring our right ankle in front of our left ankle here in the seated position. I want you to inhale, lift up tall. And then exhale, we're just going to lean into this, bringing our chest down. If you want to, you can walk the hands out. And for a deeper stretch, you're going to bring the ankles farther away from the body here. So it's up to you what your body needs, what you feel. We're just opening up our hips here. Still lengthening through the spine. One more big breath in. And exhale. We're going to lift up, switch our feet, so left ankle in front of the right. Again, if you want to, you can hug the ankles in closer, or for a deeper stretch, you're going to extend them out away from your body. Let's lift it up, big reach up overhead, and then exhale, bringing our chest down, so keeping our spine tall here. Just feeling this gentle stretch in our hips. Breathing deep. One more big breath in. And exhale. Lifting back up. So one big inhale, reaching the arms up, lengthening through the body. And then exhale, we're gonna dive it forward, coming in to a tabletop position. So we're lining up our wrists and our shoulders, our knees and our hips here. We're gonna do a couple of cat-cows. So we're gonna inhale, drop the belly, allowing the spine to arch. And then exhale, we're gonna tuck the hips under, pressing away from our mat, rounding through. Inhale, just follow your breath here, lifting the chin, opening up our heart. And then exhale, tucking it under, pressing away from our mat. Keep going, breathing deep. Tucking it under. That feels good. Give me one more deep inhale, arching the back, dropping the belly. And then exhale, pressing away here. So we're gonna check in with our core here. I want you to press into the tops of the feet. We're gonna lift the knees, just hovering here, engaging our abdominals. Breathing deep, keep that breath going. 3 breaths, inhale. 1 more deep breath, you got it. All right, let's exhale. We're gonna lift it up to downward facing dog, pedaling our feet out, rolling through the foot. And if your heels don't touch the floor, that is okay. We're just lifting our hips up, pressing up out of our hands. We're gonna look forward and go for a nice slow walk to meet our hands in this forward fold. Bending your knees as much as you need to here. Just allowing our spine to decompress. Breathing deep. And maybe your hands are not on the floor. Maybe you're lifted up onto your shins or you're here, wherever you're at. Be in that moment. Let's inhale in and exhale. We're gonna bend the knees, tuck the hips under, rounding through the spine. And looping the shoulders when we get here. Palms are facing out for this mountain pose. Checking in with our body. All right, we're gonna start to heat up the body here. Let's inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And then exhale, we're gonna dive it forward. Inhale, we're gonna lift up halfway. So we're gonna lengthen through the spine. Hands can either be on the tops of the thighs, your shins, or the fingertips on the mat. Inhale and exhale. We're gonna plant the palms. We're gonna step it back into plank at the top of a push-up. If you ever need to, you can come down onto your knees. We're gonna slowly lower down onto the belly here, looping the shoulders, lifting the chest, starting with baby cobra. Inhale and exhale, coming down. We're gonna press up into the tabletop position, and then curling our toes under, we're gonna lift our hips up and back for downward facing dog. Pedaling the feet out here. We're gonna do that a couple of times. So let's repeat that walk from before, coming into forward fold. Let's inhale in, spiraling the shoulders open, and then exhale. We're gonna bring our hands to our heart, really reaching our heart towards our thumbs towards our sternum. All right, we're gonna bend our knees here, open up the shoulders. Inhale, big reach, and then exhale. We're gonna lead with the chest, dive it forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, really lengthening through the spine here, and exhale it down. Planting the palms, we're going to step it back into plank. Again, feel free to lower down onto your knees if you need to. We're going to slowly lower down onto our belly, looping the shoulders, lifting our chest up for baby cobra. Or if you feel ready, you can press up to full cobra. Inhale and exhale. We're going to curl the toes under, lift it up to downward facing dog. We're going to do that one more time. We're going to repeat that walk from before, coming to forward fold. Bending the knees, tucking the hips under. Let's spiral the shoulders open. Inhale. And then exhale. Hands to heart. One more here. Bending the knees. Let's make it big. Inhale. Opening up the shoulders. And then exhale. We're going to dive it forward. Forward fold. Inhale. Lift up halfway. And exhale. Back to forward fold. Planting the palms. We're going to step it back into plank. Again, feel free to drop down onto your knees, hugging the elbows in. We're going to lower down onto our belly, and then looping the shoulders, pressing out for either baby cobra or full cobra here. Inhale. And then exhale. We're going to make our way to downward facing dog. Pedaling the feet out. We're going to plant our left heel, reaching our right leg up to the sky. Really opening up our hips here. So we're going to stack the hips, lengthening through that leg. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to bend that knee, pulling our knee to our chest through midline, hugging it in, engaging our core. And then we're going to step it up into this lunge position. I want you to find your foundation before we come up. Feel free to drop down onto your knee if you need to. It's a great option for you. When you have your foundation, we're going to hug everything into our midline. Inhale, reach it up, high lunge. So that's something I want you to think about. I want you to tuck the hips under here, engaging our hips, strengthening our legs. We're going to inhale, reach the fingertips up. We're going to lift that heel up, straighten through the front leg. And then exhale, we're going to pull the elbows apart, sinking low into this lunge. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, cactus arms, really opening up the chest. Inhale. And exhale, opening it up. Let's reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, we're going to straighten through the front leg. Gently, we're going to lean it forward. If you need to, you can rock that back foot up a little bit. Coming into this pyramid pose. So really feeling this nice stretch in our hamstring. Breathing deep. And from here, we're going to challenge our balance. Feel free to try it. If you fall, that's okay. If you don't want to try it, that's okay too. It's your flow. So we're going to come into a standing half split. If you want to just try shifting your weight forward, lifting that back heel up, and then you can come right back down. Just going to lift it up. If you want to, try to hold that position, lengthening through the leg, really reaching the foot up towards the ceiling. I want you to breathe here. Allowing our breath to take our torso down. Inhale in one more time. And then exhale, we're going to bend that knee, coming back to that forward fold. Let's bend the knees, spiraling the shoulders open, lift it up. Exhale, hands to heart. Here we go. Inhale, lift the shoulders up, lengthening the body. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. And then exhale, forward fold. Let's plant the palms, step it back into plank. And you know it, we're going to slowly lower down, hugging the elbows in, looping the shoulders, lifting the torso into cobra. And then exhale, we're going to make our way to downward facing dog. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So let's plant our right heel. We're going to really lift our left leg up towards the sky, lengthening through. Breathing deep, stacking our hips here. Feeling that openness. Inhale. And then exhale, we're going to bend that knee, hugging our knee to our chest, hovering here for just a moment, pressing up out of our shoulders, strengthening our core. And then we're going to step it up into that lunge. Again, feel free to drop down onto that knee if you need to. We want to have a solid foundation. So feet are about hip width apart here. And when you feel ready, we're going to hug everything to the midline. Inhale, reach it up, lifting up into that high lunge, spiking the heel towards the back. And again, tucking our hips under here. Big reach. Inhale, we're going to lift up, grow through the fingertips. And then exhale, elbows out wide, opening our chest and the cactus arms. Inhale, and exhale, pulling it down. Inhale, reach it up, and exhale, sinking down. Lift it up, inhale, and then exhale, we're going to lean forward, straighten through that front leg. Again, if you need to, you can hop that back foot up a little bit, coming into a pyramid pose. And if your fingertips are not on the floor, that's okay. You can be lifted here. If you need to, I want you to have a slight bend in that front knee. Breathing deep here. Lengthening through the spine, feeling that nice stretch in our hamstring. Inhale in, and if you want to, repeat. We're going to try that standing half split here. So if you want to just kick the foot up, see if you can balance, and you come back down, that is great. If you want to take it further, we're going to shift our weight further forward, lifting that heel up, really reaching that foot up towards the ceiling. Breathing deep here. You got this. Inhale in, one more. Exhale, we're gonna bend that knee, coming into forward fold. Let's tuck the hips under, rounding through the spine, and looping the shoulders when we get here. Mountain pose. Lifting up tall. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, we're gonna dive it forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, back to forward fold. We're gonna step it back into plank. Again, feel free to lower down onto your knees if you ever need to. Hugging the elbows in. Let's slowly lower down, looping the shoulders, lifting up to cobra. Or if you feel ready, you can press into the tops of your feet, lifting the hips up off the mat into this upward facing dog. Inhale, and then exhale. We're gonna make our way to downward facing dog. I want you to pedal the feet out here. Then we're gonna look forward, repeat that walk from before, back to forward fold. Tucking the hips under, let's round through the spine, looping our shoulders, lifting up into this mountain pose. I want you to just take a moment, check in, see how your body's feeling. Alright, we're going to go into a Warrior 3 series. We're going to challenge our balance. So if you want to, if you need to, you can always hold onto the wall, you can hold onto a chair, the couch, whatever you have. So I'm going to show you from the side. We're going to shift our weight over, whatever foot you want to start with. I'm going to start by shifting my weight over towards my right foot. So just lifting this left leg up. We're going to try to hug our knee in to our chest here. Lifting up, I want you to have a little micro bend in that supported knee. Inhale, let's reach the arms up overhead. And then exhale, we're going to lean forward, extending that foot back behind us. So coming into this flying Warrior 3. Again, if you need to, you can hold onto the wall. And we're going to play with this. So again, a little micro bend in that supportive leg. We're going to lift up, finding that strength, lifting that knee up towards the chest. Inhale. And then exhale, leaning forward, challenging our balance. If you fall, that is okay. Lift up. That's the beauty of it. You can just get back into it. You can get back up again. Inhale, lifting the knee up. Exhale. Last one, leaning forward, reaching through the fingertips, reaching through the toes. Finding that balance. Inhale, lifting the knee up to the chest. And then exhale, taking it down, shake that foot out. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Just playing with this move, doing something that challenges us today. Maybe we're not used to it. All right, here we go. We're gonna shift our weight over to the left, picking up our right foot here, lifting up tall through the spine, engaging our core here. Let's lift our right knee up towards your chest. Maybe do a few ankle circles here. When you're ready, let's lift the arms up overhead. Inhale. And then exhale, we're going to hinge forward, extending that leg behind us, coming into this flying warrior. Again, having a slight bend in our supportive leg, reaching through the fingertips, really lengthening through our spine, engaging our core here. Let's inhale, lifting it up. If you need to, you can tap that foot down in between, because I know it's tough. Let's lift that knee up towards our chest. Inhale. And then exhale as we hinge forward into this flying Warrior 3. You can do this. Inhale in and exhale, lifting that knee up to our chest. Breathing here, challenging our balance. Inhale and exhale. One more as we hinge forward. You might be feeling that little burn in our hamstring. That's okay, I am too. Inhale in. Exhale as we come up, and then we lower down, shake it out. Woo, feels good on our hamstrings, right? All right, let's come to the top of our mat. Inhale, reaching the arms up overhead, and exhale, diving it forward, stretching out our hamstrings, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, and exhale, back down. Planting our palms, we're gonna step back into plank, and you know it by now. Let's hug our elbows in. Slowly lowering down, looping the shoulders, pressing up, either cobra, baby cobra, or you lift the hips, the knees up off the mat, into this upward facing dog. Just opening up our heart. And then exhale, we're going to bring the toes together, stepping our knees as wide as the mat, and sending our hips back into this extended child's pose. So you should feel this nice stretch in your hips. We should have active arms here, so we're going to really reach through the fingertips, sending our hips down towards our heels. Maybe you drop the elbows. Maybe if your body feels like it, you can bring your forehead to your mat. Breathing deep. We're going to go into a bit of a twist here. So once you plant your right palm, we're going to lift our left arm up. And then exhale, we're going to thread through under our armpit chest, coming onto our left ear. So feeling this gentle twist in our spine. If that does not feel good for your back, you don't have to do it. You can go back to our extended child's pose. One more big breath in, and then exhale. We're going to return back to center, planting our left palm. Let's inhale, reach our right arm up, and then exhale. We're going to reach it through under armpit chest, coming onto our right ear. Feeling this nice stretch in our shoulders. Breathing deep. Inhale in. And then exhale, back to center. One more big breath in here. And exhale, we're going to walk our hands up. And for this next pose, take it or leave it. You can either come to a seat, or if you want to, we're going to stretch out our quads. We're going to bring our knees together here, coming into a hero's pose. We're going to sit our feet back, looping the shoulders and lifting up tall. So this gentle stretch of the tops of the feet, our quads here. Really deep. One more big breath in. And then exhale, we're going to swing our feet over to one side, coming to have a seat. We should inhale in, bending our knees here at first. And then exhale, we're going to slowly tuck our hips under, rounding through, engaging our abdominals, slowly making our way onto our back, onto our mat here. Oh, I need to shift forward. All right, our knees are still bent here. I want you to cross your left foot over your right knee. We're going to come into a figure four stretch. So we're going to reach through, lifting our hips up. You can grab onto the back of your thigh here, just opening up that hip. If you want to take it deeper, you can extend that right leg up. You can grab onto your right calf, just pulling that foot closer to the chest. Breathing into this hip opener. One more deep breath in. And exhale, taking it down, unraveling. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So crossing our right ankle over our left knee. Inhale in, and exhale. We're going to lift the hips up, the knees up, reaching through either behind our left thigh, or if you want to take it deeper, you can extend that left leg up and grabbing on to the back of your left calf here. Staying engaged these last few moments that we have. One more big breath in, feeling this gentle stretch. And exhale, coming back down. We're going to lengthen the legs here. I want you to pull the right knee in towards the chest. Then we're going to extend this right leg up. So going for this gentle hamstring calf stretch here. Maybe you point and flex the foot. You can grab onto the back of your thigh, or if you want to take it deeper, you can grab onto the back of your calf. Just still reaching through that left heel, keeping that left hip on the ground. One more big breath in. Exhale, we're going to bend that knee, extending it down, and then bringing our left knee towards our chest. We're going to extend that leg here, either grabbing onto the back of our thigh, or maybe you can't reach there. Maybe you're here, and that's okay. If you want to take a deep breath, you can grab onto the back of your calf. Again, still reaching through, planting that right heel on the ground. Inhale in, and exhale, we're going to bend that knee, hug it in, and then extending it out long. So we're going to get ready for our last pose. This is where I'm going to encourage you to get out all of the wiggles, make all the adjustments that you need to. I want you to reach your arms up overhead. We're going to lengthen the body one more time, reaching through the fingertips, reaching through the toes. And then exhale. We're going to bring our palms down. Just snuggle your shoulder blades under you, just allowing your chest to be open. And whatever's comfortable for your hands. Sometimes I like to bring my hands to my belly here. Or for more traditional Shavasana, you can flip your palms up. I just want you to find a place of stillness. When you get out all of your wiggles, and you find a place that's comfortable for you. Just want you to tune back into your breath. Just seeing how your body feels now. Even just a quick practice, even those 30 minutes, can be so beneficial for our body. I'm always amazed just how God made our body to move, all the incredible things that it does. Things we don't even have to think about that it does. So I want to encourage you here to stay intentional. Stay tuned in. Allowing your mind to be still, your body to be still. I want you to relax your forehead. Maybe you close your eyes. Just allowing your weight to sink into the mat here. Maybe while you're here, you let something go. Maybe you give something to God. I want to encourage you to maybe take this time just to thank Him for your blessings. To reflect on how maybe you've been disciplined in the past, but you see how He's used it to grow you, to grow your faith. Maybe you take this time just to be still, just to listen for Him. Breathing deep. Stay here as long as you can, as long as you want. But if you need to go, we're going to start to wake up the body by gently wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, bringing some awareness. And then gently, we're going to roll over onto one side, being mindful here. And then when you feel ready, we're going to come to a seated position, nice and gently. So lifting up tall through the spine. Let's inhale, reach our arms up overhead. And exhale, our hands to heart. Thank you for joining me for our active recovery day. Again, this is one of my favorite days that we do. Again, if you want to, stay in that Shavasana all day long. It's amazing to me just laying there, how restorative that can be, just for my mind, for my spirit, for my body. A lot of times we don't get enough rest and stillness during during our week, during our day, and that's a great way just to be intentional, to be still, to listen, to see what God is telling you each morning. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me today, and remember to keep living lightly.